A reasonable hand. Huh. Thank you for the follow, local dope. I guess I'm playing versus that deck again. I'll play the Effer Hub because I may draw a second Effer Hub, which could get a little Tusky going quicker. Oh, I guess it's not that. Hello, local dope. I'm more interested in playing around Sensor than I am getting a clue. So I'm gonna go ahead and play Tracker first. You may not yet. My sounds off today on my end. Oh, so he's the blue-white deck? Or is he just farmlands for sensors? I don't know. Local dope. I think my beard is hitting my mic. It's worth casting this guy. He probably doesn't have a third sensor, and if he does have a fumigate, it replaces itself anyway, so I'm not really losing on cards, I'm just losing on tempo. But not casting it's also a tempo loss, so. He's an Engulfed to Shores deck, we get to start drawing a lot of cards. Ooh, that's a Castigate. Okay. I'm gonna cycle this pre-combat. No particular reason. Close that. See what Dumbo wants. Oven. Don't really want to cast the Servants into Fumigate. If he casts like a Castigate or something, I'd play one, but. I really really hate servants in this deck. I don't know if anybody's watched me play this deck, but I think servants are pretty close to the worst cards you can play in standard. Worst reasonable cards you can play in standard. Okay. I'm going to hold this last land. I have 2 more Tireless Trackers in my deck. Well, that's why we kept the servants. Hopefully he doesn't have a second. Pretty sure if these servants were any other card in this deck, or any other card in the deck, that I probably had a chance to win this game. As it stands now, I'm probably drawing relatively thin. Well, relatively thin, providing he has a second Fumigate. I'll rephrase. If he doesn't play a second Fumigate in the next 2 or 3 turns, I'm probably okay. Already drawn 2 more lands than him and 2 less cards, which is unfortunate. Oh, that's a little Gitaroo. Have to attack little Gitaroo. Should be a mountain, or sorry, a forest and an island left in my deck. Going to take the island. Go ahead and play it because he saw it. He's got the full 4 sensors, and he's drawn the full 4 sensors. Not casting the Glorybringer pre-combat because if he's got a Torrential Gearhulk, that gives him a 3 Essence Scatter off the Gearhulk. Alright. And if he doesn't have anything at all, it's technically lethal on an opposing turn. It'd be really nice if he didn't have Negate right now. There's a good chance he has Negate. Some chance that he wouldn't use a Negate on a Harness Lightning though. Rip. Had the Negate. Unfortunate. Almost no chance to win now. Put on bottom though, I guess. That's not nothing. Oh, I'm gonna play this guy first. play this guy second. There isn't a 3 mana card in my deck I would cast, so if this resolves, I'm still going to hold the forest. Mainly because if I tap these and he has one removal spell, my Chandra would die, so I want both of these untapped. Alright, I hope he doesn't draw a counterspell. Put bottom. Oh well. I don't think it's worth attacking. It's moderately popular online. Surprised it has the Gideon in it, but maybe this one will resolve. I took out a lot of my sideboard cards for the blue-white control matches just because they don't get played enough. It's like he's sacking this to draw 2 cards, so there's a good chance he misses. If he misses, that's pretty good for us. And he did miss. Well, hopefully he didn't draw a cast out. I'll try to play this guy, make him need to fumigate. If he attacks, I will block. Just hoping he doesn't have a cast out and a fumigate. I can beat one of the 2 cards probably, but I think there's little chance I beat both of the cards. Yeah, it looks like he had both. Well, that's my last Chandra. Well, now I need to draw another Bristling Hydra, I guess. Rogue Refiner or Tracker into Bristling Hydra would be even better. Well, that card doesn't do anything till I draw another Effer Hub. Probably doesn't steal a game either way, but who knows? Pre-combat sacking a Cataract after he played a land. I don't even know what he would play for 4 mana. Seems like an odd spot to do that. I'll go ahead and start playing all my lands now in case I have to try to steal a game with a cut. Which, by the way, is going to be very unlikely, but it might be the only option I have to even try. Cycle this thing. What? Rogue Refiner. This would be a nice one to resolve. Just too high of a likelihood he has a counterspell, so I'm not going to go all in for the cut. 7 cards deeper in his deck than I am. That was a good draw. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I would need exactly 12 mana to do it all. Okay. So definitely know he has a counterspell now. Okay. Try to kill him. 1, 2, 2. Come on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Probably has a counterspell. It's usually about 20 seconds, yeah. It's pretty bad. I don't know any way to fix it. Oh wow, he went and got a Glimmer, so that means he already had the counterspell in hand. Maybe he doesn't get the second one though. He put on bottoms. So there's some chance that this other cut wins the game, but not a lot of chance. Very little chance now that he drew 2 more cards. But you never know. Alright, well he just drew 6 cards. So if this other ribbons resolves, I'll be extremely impressed. See if we get some counter spells with the trackers. Alright. See if we can get a counter spell with this tracker. See if we can cut that thing. Alright, so he's gonna stasis snare my guy. I guess there's some chance that the ribbons resolves. Probably not much chance. Oh, save the Glory Bringer for as long as I can. Or save the ribbons for as long as I can. So Glory Bringers are just best draw steps every draw right now. Still have lands left in my deck. I have 1 mountain, 1 forest. Okay. Well, I guess I'll go for it then. Don't have anything else to do with my mana. Uh, 9. He's bound. He has to have a counterspell now. He's drawn 6 extra cards over those last few turns. Okay. Well. Could have a Glorybringer. Glorybringer's still theoretically lethal. That's probably the best card in my deck here. Please resolve. Oh, that's a Gear Hulk, and that's lethal. I hate you, servants. Get out of my deck. Servants are probably what cost me that game. Those aren't particularly good. The Brawl's expertise might do something if he's playing that many enchantments. Honestly, probably not a lot. All these Harness Lightnings don't do a lot either, so... Play 2 little servants that I don't want in my deck whatsoever. I'm not going to go just 2. I tried this deck on stream. I went 5-0 with it, but I'm not confident in myself enough to believe it's right. I'm pretty confident this is just what I should be playing, though. Oh, too late now. Draw a card. This sounds fine. Nothing special, but it's fine. It's kind of bad versus Censor. I think Rogue Refiner's probably the best card in the deck. He had F6'd. He is not F6 now. That's kind of weird. Spell Queller. It's a good thing I left removal spells in my deck. I don't like Spell Quellers versus decks that you know isn't going to sideboard out removal. Okay. Well, I was just playing the most mana efficient play every turn. Don't care if it gets counterspelled. It's kind of weird. I'm gonna assume he misclicked? Or he's trying to bait me? He said, oh, that's 5. Yeah, he misclicked or something. I don't care if he, I don't care if he has the Wrath of God here. I don't care if he blocks my Rogue Refiner. I get another card. So, like, if he has Fumigate or he blocks the Rogue Refiner, either one, I'm not super upset because my tracker resolves. gonna play just this guy. Grab another mountain, play the mountain. He's now saw all the cards in my hand. There's a good chance he has to fumigate here. Or descend, either one. Hydra's pretty nice. Okay. I still don't feel that far behind. He's got to have another raft or this Hydra's going to do a lot of work. See what card we get before we make any decisions on what to do with the turn. Harness Lightning could, like, drawing a Harness Lightning could change my mind on what I play. Not gonna offer the tracker straight into the Gear Hulk. I know he showed Blessed Alliance, but we have a negate, and he would have probably been greedy and used 4. So even if he has a way to deal with the board, does Chandra's technically lethal? That card's marginally awkward. Alright. Try to play Chandra, see what happens. Oh, he showed Spell Queller, so I believe I want at least one more Harness Lightning back in. Probably both. I don't really just want to play a Miser's One of Servant, because it's going to make me so mad when I draw it later. That seems like the more reasonable option, though. I hate you. I don't even like the art on you. Hydra's pretty strong here. But his hand is absolutely terrible. Snap Moles. Yeah. Nice game 3. Alright, well. Ship it again. Cool, one card. Because control isn't really a deck. You just don't really need the negates. You basically only want one negate to try to snag a Wrath of God. You don't want to like negate anything else. They wouldn't even be in my sideboard, except they're also good versus like Metalwork Colossus and stuff. Alright, well, not going to win this game. The first 2 games were kind of fun. It kind of sucks that this one won't be. Oh boy, get in there, little servant. Not gonna attack because Spell Queller just blocks for free. Will attack this turn because A, we have a servant, and B, if, well, I guess I won't attack this turn. I lied. I drew a card that made me change my mind. Rip. If he plays Fumigate, I'm super far behind now, friends. And he's got a draw too. Yeah, there's no chance. The dream's dead. The dream's dead. Mulligan to 4, though. I feel favored in this match. I don't think I need extra cards to win it. Well, he did not kill my stuffs. Oops. The awkward when I need to get an island, yet I have a double red and a double blue spell. Alright, he negated that. He's probably going to censor this if he doesn't have a removal. With the exception of the 1,000 lands in play, he's not real far ahead. Don't have a don't have a way to play around anything, so I'm just putting stuff on the board. If he casts a Gear Hulk, I'll scoop. I could be eating ice cream instead of mulliganing the 2. Or 4, rather, sorry. That's Gear Hulk, and we're done here. I guess I should show the deck. Oh, no need to. The slash decklist command works anyway. If people cared. Stop rearranging where you're setting. This hand's unfortunately keepable. I say unfortunately because it's just real slow. Slow hands don't win versus a lot of decks in this format. Best card in Standard. Sneaky Snaky? That's not a Sneaky Snaky. I've seen that. And that. At the moment, Temur Energy. By a lot. Like I don't think it's particularly close, I just think it's Temur Energy. My build might not be perfect, but Don't want him to draw an extra card because he seems to be mana screwed, and if he's mana screwed, there's a good chance that the Bristling Hydra can take over the game. Unless he hits like multiple turns in a row. Also, I have 4 other removal spells that can still kill a Winding Snake if he doesn't untap and play Rishkar. It has better removal, and it goes bigger. In mid-range mirrors, the deck that's usually a little bit bigger is a little bit better. That's not a guarantee or anything, but just usually the deck that's a little bit bigger is a little bit better. Could have showed him the forest there. Probably should have. Don't care which snake I kill. Like Glorybringer super good versus Black Green Energy. Baral's expertise is super good. Like their deck doesn't really improve post board. Their 5-drop's just a 5-drop, like it's nothing special. They have to have a whole bunch of parts together that's more easy to disrupt. Like their deck doesn't function as well without this little snake here. He doesn't have double black, so I'm just going to go ahead and bring the glory. Yeah, he can't really win from here. Not when I have double Glorybringer. Fatal push, okay. Guess he could have won if I'd pressed F6. Still have 2 ways to protect the Hydra. So, I've changed my sideboard quite a lot recently. And I sideboard very differently in this match to most people. I actually bring in Magma Sprays when most people take out Magma Sprays. I bring in the Baral's expertise. I bring in the Chandra. I bring in my extra cut. Cards that I hate. I hate Servant. Anybody who watches my stream is going to realize I hate Servant. I hate Servant. I hate Servant. I never want to play Servant. I don't like Servant. I don't understand why Servant's in the deck. If I'm on the play, I will sometimes bring in Chandra, but Chandra's not great versus him. Tracker's okay versus him, but I think my Glorybringers and my Bristling Hydras are both better. I've been arguing in my mind about taking out a Cub for a Tracker, but I don't think it's worth it yet. The one of Whirler Expertise is a recent cut. I normally run 2, but I recently cut one and added another cut the ribbons out of the sideboard. It's the card that I'm least sure about. In fact, I'm not positive that all the trackers in the main deck shouldn't just be Whirlers. Whirler's actually incredibly good. It's, in my opinion, the most underrated card in Standard. Like, all the pros kept cutting them out of the Marvel decks before Emrakul was banned and after Emrakul was banned. And, like, it was routinely the second best card in the deck for me just after Attune. But I do like the Whirlers, especially because of the Mardu match, which, again, we don't ever face in paper at my local store, but it's fairly popular online. It's like, I don't know, probably like 10% of the field, 7% of the field. Somewhere in that 5 to 10 area. Well, apparently Goldfish is down. Oh, never mind. Screw you too, Goldfish. I didn't want to look up a number. I didn't want to look up a number at all. So the big thing about Black Green, I think Temur is more consistent. Black Green is more powerful. And I prefer to play consistency over power level every day. Like if he gets going and like gets his snake into stuff and I don't draw any of my 7 removal spells for snake, like there's no chance I'm going to beat him. But like I just think their deck has to have a lot of pieces go together, and I think their deck's a lot harder to play. Like Like when you watch somebody as good as Misplaced Ginger play that deck, as opposed to somebody as good as even, or somebody as bad as even me, like it's a light and day difference in how well Temur or how well Black Green does. That being said, I think Black Green's probably the second best deck, and I've not really looked at the hours cards, so I don't know if I think it gets better or worse or whatnot. I'm going to go ahead and lead with the Mountain here, just in case he plays a Lone Tusk Cub or a Glint to be a little bit more mana efficient. If he plays the Snake, I still have a turn 2 kill on the Snake. And I'm not worried about playing my Tireless Tracker right now anyway. Like, there's very little chance I'd play it before 4 mana anyway. No. No, I would say I would say Snake still is. Snake's what makes the deck. Them drawing extra cards is great and all, but if they don't have a Snake, they're in pretty bad shape most games. Now, he can just untap and play an 8/8 right here, which is pretty good, friends, if he has a land. Have to draw some ways to produce energy to try to be able to beat him just gear hulking for 8. Don't stop, DJ. He doesn't add anything relevant to the board. I will kill Eldrazi Scion. Well, he had a land. Rip. I'm gonna kill Eldrazi Scion anyway. Leave. I don't like Idra Chandra main. I don't actually know why I'm even playing the one, to be perfectly honest. It gives you more nut draws on the plays, about all I can say that's good about it. Well. Rip. This is what I want to do with my deck. I want to just play 1-for-1 removal spells. Well, that card will be good if I draw a land on time. Land? Or how about no land? I'm getting mana screwed a lot, which is a little frustrating because I even play a 22nd land, whereas most people who play this deck only play 21. So you'd think I would get mana screwed less than most people. Most of these black-green decks play 21 lands too. But the big Chandra's 6 mana. A lot of games don't really get to 6 mana. The only way it kills creatures also kills your creatures. If I ain't blocking, I'm attacking. The Chandra's a removal spell with card advantage that can just win a game, and it costs less mana. Why? Oh, why would you play it like that? If that was the intention of your play, you should have probably just did 3 damage to me. I will block the Sifter. I don't care about my Tireless Tracker. Okay, I guess I won't block the Sifter. Have to get the green mana so I can play a spell this turn. I'm going to play the one that doesn't die to Fatal Push. He's got another removal spell. He's got another removal spell. I like my leftovers in hand. Alright, well, he had 3 grass. That's pretty good. Effer Hub? One time, Daddy? That is not an Effer Hub. Well, don't want him to draw a card, so I guess I'll sacrifice my Chandra. Yes, yes, I would play between 2 and 3 Blossoming Defense. He gets to scry and my Chandra dies, but I'm just trying to buy as much time as possible right now, and him scrying's better than him drawing. I'm close to turning the corner on this game. Short of him drawing Gearhulk, the corner might be turned. He flooded a little bit, but odd. Yeah, I'm in pretty good shape right now. Not going to press F6 because I don't want my Hydra to die to an errant fatal push. Really just trying to avoid 8/8 Gearhulks at this point. Well, that's a good draw. It's not a great draw, but it's a good draw. Well, 2 and 4. Okay. Yeah, my magma sprays were great this match. I really don't understand why people sideboard them out. Sure, take 3 damage. I'm going to attack for 5 this turn. I chose 5 this turn because of Chandra. A little Chandra is now lethal with an attack. Sure. So his best draw is like Various Gearhulk, and it doesn't even kill me. It puts me at 1. He needs like Gearhulk into Walking Ballista or like Walking Ballista into Walking Ballista. Maybe a Nixilis into Walking Ballista, but like he needs a series of at least 2 draws at this point. 1 draw won't do anything. If the card in his hand is a blank, he's just dead. Alright, he's just dead. That's why I did the 1 point of damage last turn. Chandra kills. Well, that kills him too. He's dead on. Not dead on board, but whatever. Turn this guy into a 5. I like Glorybringer, so I want to kill him with the Glory. Anytime you can bring Glory is a good time. Bringing Glory is the best. Anytime you can bring glory, you want to bring glory. The Baral's expertise was lethal as well. Because I had 6 energy, so I could have made the Hydra 7. So either way was lethal, but bringing glory is just funner. Stop moving my thing, Moto. You dick. Always play first in standard right now. This hand's actually close to keepable. If either one of these lands was a different color, I would keep it. But that being said, alright, this hand's just great. This hand here is basically everything I want. Go ahead and keep. He mulliganed as well. Yeah, I want the Harness Lightning. We'll put on top. He also put on top. Because I kept the Harness Lightning, that means I can't attune on turn 1. But I think the Harness Lightning is definitely worth it. I don't like playing the Tireless Tracker till turn 4 anyway, so... Now, if he's playing Blue-White Control, this hand's pretty good. If he's playing Monument, this hand is pretty bad. So we're going to have to figure out what's happening here. Well, he played Island, so it's definitely, most likely, most likely, not Control. Or sorry, not Monument. Well, he don't want to counter that, so we'll just go ahead and get that. Play that. Battle him for 3. Cub is one of your best cards versus the Blue-White Control decks. Wow, wow, wow. Playing versus Daniel every round. Stop it, Daniel. Stop beating me. Press F6. Come on, Moto. Attack pre-combat. Make my guy a little bigger. Cry a little on the inside if he has a sensor. No sensor, please. Don't mind if you counterspell it. I just don't want you to counterspell it with a sensor. I don't like people getting extra value out of stuff on me. Well, untap skis. Let's see, what I've already showed him? I've already showed him a forest, so I'll just get another forest. Play a forest, hide a forest. Just hope he never finds that other white mana, I guess. Don't care about any of this energy. So like even if he has a castigate or something, I'm not that worried about it. Or cash out. I say castigate, but... We tap 4 blue, so unless he untaps the Prairie Stream and taps the white, then don't really care about this card. He decided to take it. Well, it's lethal next turn. He's got to have something. And I'll press F6. He put to bottom. Go ahead and play this pre-combat. can't castigate and counter this. Don't care about my energy. Put it the second card on top of my library, that's fine. Actually made a play mistake. I should have sacked my clue prior in case I hit another attune. A minor play mistake, but it was still a play mistake. Didn't draw a tune, so it didn't matter. I turned the music back on. Yes, we're still listening, friends. Go ahead and draw a card. Not going to cast a Glorybringer because he could just have Torrential Gearhulk here. I'm fine with just attacking him with this and seeing what happens. Well, he tapped 6 mana, so he's got something. Probably about has to be Gearhulk. And he casts Commit Memory. What's he going to do with it? And he wants to put that back into its owner's library. Okay. Kill that thing. And resolve a little Tuskaroo. Oh, so he played the Approach of the Second Sun. Well, that's a good one. 1 mana shy on that. Technically, I'm lethal next turn if he doesn't have anything. He just had double approach. Well, that's pretty insane. He had to draw that this turn too because he would have made that play last turn. Anyway, so that's not good here. That's not good here. This is good here. This is good here. These are good here. These aren't good here. This is fine here. This is fine here. And servants aren't particularly good here. I'm going to bring in one of these for a Gearhulk. I'm just going to play the 2 servants again. I don't like the servants, but I think versus this guy, I just want to be as fast as I can be. Maybe we'll cut a Harness Lightning, actually. Play 3 servants. Approach of the Second Sun. Gotcha. I don't like Approach of the Second Sun. Doesn't make sense to me why people like it. Torrential Gearhulk will win games by themselves if you're not a year behind. And if you are a year behind, you generally need multiple Approach of the Second Suns to win. I don't understand any other kill condition. I don't understand any reason to have any other main deck kill condition other than Torrential Gearhulk in your blue decks. This hand's reasonable. Again, I have my best card in the control match, which is this guy. I hope to hit a couple lands. Lead with this thing. Play this thing. Attack with this thing. Don't care if he has Sensor. Cast it post-combat because if he had a Blessed Alliance, I would have played the Long Tusk Cub instead of the Refiner. Even though it looks like I was willing to give up 2 points of damage. Now this turn I'm going to play the Refiner first, because I wouldn't play the Cub if it didn't resolve. I'd play the Chandra. You can untap in Dusk, which is fine, because I still get a Chandra. Get a Chandra and a Cub. I don't think he's playing Wrath of Gods. Okay, maybe he is. Change your mind. Well, that's half his life total. We'll go ahead and play this one. So next turn he has to be able to stop a lot of things. Fumigate puts him at 9, but I'd get to resolve a Chandra and a Tracker, which isn't terrible. This is why you only play 2 negates, by the way, because I've not wanted to negate a single spell prior to this turn, and you have a fairly good chance to draw them under Fumigate turns. Well, guess I'm just going to attack. See what happens. He's might not have anything. He might just be committing the Cub. If he commits the Cub, my other Cub's still lethal. Alright, so he just didn't have an answer. Cub is definitely my best card versus Blue Kadro. Which is honestly the only reason it hasn't been cut from the deck. This is the only match I like it in. On the draw, I think pretty similar. I don't want all the Harness Lightning because I never want to draw more than one. I just really hope to get a Cub down early and then try to leverage it. Well, looks like we get the mulligan, maybe a bunch again. Rip. Alright, well this hand is absolutely awful and cannot win, but I'm not going to mulligan to 5. Have to get very, very lucky to win. So both of the game 3s that we've played versus this deck, or versus blue-white, I've just not really had functional draws. Good night. Page night. I'm not going to play into Censor. I'll cast something on the turn that he can play a draw to. The second harness. Never want to draw the second harness. That's why I sideboarded one out. Just trying to stop him from playing a draw to. Cycled Censor, which is good for me considering I'm playing a 5-drop next turn unless I draw something else. Oh, playing the Glorybringer because again I don't want him to play a draw to. Willing to let him counterspell a threat every turn the rest of the game, just hoping he never has a draw to. So any threat I draw, I'm just going to slam on the table. I guess I have to get the green man to even play the threat, so... Huh. I don't want him to play a draw to, but I also don't want to just get crushed by a Gearhulk in this spot. I guess it's better just to pass. Negate the draw to. Hopefully, and maybe I draw another. And we know he doesn't have a Gearhulk in his hand. Sorry, we know he doesn't have a land in his hand. So, like, the high potential that, like, all of those cards are just great. Offer him this one. Hope it's not a Gearhulk. Yeah, but it was the Gearhulk. Assumed it was, but didn't really have a way to play around it. If I let him do the draw two, I'm so far behind that I probably lose anyway. So this way, I counterspell to draw two, and he can't use the Gearhulk on the draw two. There's some percentage chance that my other spells resolve, but where he's missing a land drop, I don't think that's a very high percentage chance. But everything I did there was to stop him from getting a Glimmer or a Gearhulk off of a Glimmer, so technically everything I planned worked. But the thing is, I don't want him to let it go. I don't want him casting Glimmer. Like, I'm intentionally trying to make him not cast the Glimmer. The go's him not casting the Glimmer. I'm more scared of the Glimmer than I am dying to a Gearhulk. He's got a second Gear Hulk. I can probably scoop. Tap 4 mana awful quick. Yeah, no, if he's got a second Gear Hulk, I wasn't winning no matter what line I took. Well, he tapped 6 mana. He's definitely got a second Gear Hulk then. Alright, well. That's... I'm not going to concede. I could draw a... If his hand was total blanks, I could hit some kind of runner here and win, probably. This hand would have to be actual blanks, though, and he again missed a land drop, so... His hand's most certainly not blanks. Alright. Whatever. I feel like both of my game 3s versus blue-white have just been completely unfunctionable draws, which is kind of sad. Hello, XV Rogue Live. Stop moving my screen today, you stupid game. This hand's really bad, but I'm going to keep it. I don't really mulligan hands that have any type of 2-drop into 3-drop. No matter how below average they are, how bad they are, how good they are. Oh, well, I'm not going to beat that deck. There's nothing for me to harness lightning from that deck that I care about at all, so I went ahead and played the Botanical Sanctum. I guess I drew another C tapped thingy. You can chat about anything, I don't care. It's nothing to be focused about. He's playing kind of an uninteractive deck. I wonder if he has the blue mana. I don't think he does. I think that's just a ramp spell in his deck. Well, he's got an island that we know about. Rip. Let's see if we can hit a land. Not a land. F6 and discard a cub, probably. I would have attacked that turn had I drawn a land. And now that he showed me a blue mana, I'll attack next turn regardless. I actually think Magic viewership's going way up. He's not been real popular. Standard doesn't seem real popular. A lot of people don't like sealed or draft anymore. There's about 1 million people cubing. Is that a good draw? If so, why? I still don't have lands. I have lands now. He's up to 9 mana and he's got a draw 2. Is that an instant or a sorcery? It's an instant. Remember. Can't protect my guy, so if he's got an Elder Deep Fiend or anything, I'm just screwed regardless, so. So let him make whatever trade he wants. I'm way too far behind this game to win. I mean, I'm looking at an opponent that has 9 mana and play to my 4. Don't understand why he's killing the Rogue Refiner instead of Servants, though, when I clearly need lands. But he's just going to probably play another Spider next turn, or better. Another Spider and or better is what I'm assuming is happening. Yeah, or better. Sure. Well, if literally every single card in his hand is terrible, we have a chance. Yeah, he's just playing a ramp deck. He's got these little things in there. He probably has some emerge spells in. Alright, well, that doesn't lose me the game. That does lose me the game. Rip. What do I want now? If he's got anything to get rid of my thing, I just lose, but if I don't attack, I can't deal enough damage. So, theoretically, I still have... Again, this is if he has nothing, I still have a Glory Bringer as an out. I still have... Well, he has something, so take all that away. Yep. I was just dead then. Okay. He had to have nothing. I wouldn't have got there anyway, so it didn't matter. Well, he's playing a whole big bunch of ramp spells that don't seem like they do a lot. Like, my removal doesn't seem like they do a lot, so I'm trying to say. Brawl's Expertise is good versus various ramp spells. Negate's probably fine versus him. Chandra can clear out spiders, I guess. I really don't have much in my sideboard for a match like this. Roller Virtuoso's not particularly good versus spiders. Kind of want this second Chandra, but I'm not sure what to cut. Alright. Just have to try to get a little faster draw. Hope it's enough. Eh. All the power. Man, I'm telling you, Matt, rich is beautiful. Anybody shows me $100 million, I don't care if they look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. They're beautiful. Well, this hand is, again, miserable. Yeah, this hand's everything I want. Too much mana to keep. Really? Rip. So Jones and me. He's got Essence Scatters in his deck. Land to keep. He's got a Plains that we know about. I do not own Gideon's on Moto. Red, red, colorless, colorless. This thing. Play this thing. Attack. So he has an instant. So he's only got instants and sorceries. Oh, run it back. Hopefully he doesn't have an Essence Scatter. He showed us the Plains now. We've showed him the Forest now. Yeah, you gotta bring Gloria at every opportunity possible. See if we can draw a negate. That's not a negate. Go ahead and play this guy pre-combat. Well, we can beat some things. Beat a spider. Fumigate's good. Untapped land? That's still not an untapped land. Rip. I think we'd have been in pretty good shape had we hit a land or a negate. There was a lot of lands and negates in our deck. Sure. Kill this before he gets the clue. That way he can't search for a negate. Pretty far behind now, though, I think. Oh, cool. All the lands now. It's exactly when I want to draw my lands. This thing's still a 3-turn clock from here. What do you get? Oh, you got a forest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, opponent win's possible. I can just draw Chandra. Chandra would be great right here. Oh, that was pretty good. Well, Chandra's great right here. I'm going to play the Chandra, I think. Yeah, I'm going to play the Chandra. I'm going to minus it for 1. And attack and exert. If he's playing Blossoming Defense, he got me bigger and crap. I still have Baral's Expertise to beat a Graph Widow. Not worried about a Fumigate. Well, that was good. Wow. So put both of them back in his hand. He can gain another 4 next turn. And he gets a 3/3. So let's think about this a little bit. He has no other angel in his graveyard. So if I Baral's Expertise into Tireless Tracker, attacking for 5, then next turn he can play the Limvala. Sorry, attacking for 6 down to 5. Next turn he can play the Limvala back to 10. And between the Harness Lightning and the Chandra, it would be lethal. Seems really awkward to put those 2 cards in his hand. Then I can't beat a Graph Widow. Actually, he doesn't have Delirium anymore. Alright, that's probably my best option. I think that's my best option. Well, he could also just have a Fumigate. Oh, son of a bitch! I didn't use the Chandra. Fuck. Well, that was a misclick. That was pretty bad. He should be at 5 right now. He went and got a Plains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now if I kill his Limvala, he gets to get stuff back again the following turn? Oh, Christ, man, that was bad. Pretty tilted at myself. It wasn't anybody's fault but myself. Like, I knew the right line. I just didn't do it. So if that was his best play, we would have definitely won. Had I played properly. I'm pretty tilted. Oh, I'm so bad. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. At least it wasn't a player, it was a misclick. He got a Thraben Inspector. Don't think I have an out now. Trying to think of what an out might be. Nope, well, I didn't even make them. I pressed F6 by accident. Say the game's very close to over. The vigilance from this is going to be ridiculous. When they turn sideways, I didn't even use them that turn. This thing would be at 6 counters if I played right, and I'd still be in okay shape. Interesting block. And I didn't even use Chandra on that turn at all. Can't think of any way to win this game. Because I'm confident that he also has Ulamog in his hand because he's been traversing for lands. Oh, I guess I was wrong. He doesn't have one in his hand. I'm not just dead. I have outs. I have some outs. I don't know what they are. I might not have any. Harness lightnings? Have only one harness lightning even in the deck. Hopefully nobody's watching. No, people are watching. That's embarrassing. Oh, that's half my life. Okay. I don't think that helps anymore, does it? Okay. Guess I attack with a 7/6 and let him trade 2 things for it if he wants. I didn't think he would, but you never know. Not actually sure how to win now. Can't think of any out at all. And the music's off again. I ran incredibly bad 2 matches and punted 1 match. You got another Bruna? That doesn't do anything. Yeah, well, I get to draw 2 cards if I play it. Nope. And that doesn't do anything. Alright. Ugh. It's kind of salt. Marginally salty because I'm dumb. It's 2 leagues in a row that I failed to even get a pity chest. That's pretty rare, actually. And that's still tilting the crap out of me. Alright. Stay. Use stay screen. Quit moving over there. This hand's pretty good. Don't have any reactive spells, but may not need them. Uh-oh. This is one of the decks that you need a reactive spell versus. Ah, sweet. We drew a reactive spell. Alright, I'm gonna change this song. I like this song, but it's a little bad for public consumption, I think. Can't believe I've streamed 4 days in a row. That's so unlike me. Well, just gonna go ahead and use this. He could have blossoming defense or removal spells, so I can't necessarily block. Uh-oh. If he's just jamming that out on this turn, that's probably a bad sign. Land I showed him. I showed him mountain. Alright, so I'll get a force in play so I can cast a rogue refiner. Anything short of a Gearhulk's fine. If he plays a Gearhulk, that's real bad for me. He had a great draw. I can still beat that. I can draw Harness Lightnings. He may block. Who knows? Gonna have to draw Harness Lightning probably to beat Verdurous Gearhulk, though. I can still beat what I see with a Harness Lightning. can still beat what I see with a Harness Lightning. Protect a quarter of my life. Not winning any race at all right now. Still need a Harness Lightning to be able to win, so I'm not going to make things. It's technically a Magma Spray lets me trade up too. He's not played any more creatures, so he's probably got blossoming defenses and or removal spells. Better to block the one without trample. Yeah, assumed he had just mono removal spells. I don't think I'll get to that much mana. And that's it. No outs. Corey logged online. I'm going to assume that means vagina split. Kind of like Magma Sprays. I like every card in my deck versus him. I'm just going to bring it all in. I'm just going to present a 72 card deck. I'm going to pretend you split. I don't believe you. You split. Can't lie to Ray. Can't lie to Ray, man. Ray knows. Ray was there. You can go away. I don't even know who you are. I'm gonna ban your ass. I guess I can't. I can't even reach the ban button. It's hidden. I don't actually. Why the hell did I put those in? Me, John, Eric, and Gunner. So 4 unplayable decks. Stone Burns. I don't know what I want to take out. I want to try this card in the match. This isn't a card I normally play. I just want to test it though. Huh. I'll experiment some this league. I'll experiment some with my sideboarding. Snap keep. Literally every card I want. The only way this hand could be better is if there was an attune over one of the lands. You guys hear me clicking the spire buff now as fast as I humanly can? You guys miss me punting the crap out of a game last league. I'm guessing if Burn, Blue White, and Affinity all made the top 4, there's like literal zero chance Gunner didn't win. Because like he's easily like a 75-25 favorite versus all 3 of those decks. Maybe even higher, maybe 85 versus some of those decks. Well, 1, I don't even know who you are, but I'm assuming you're James. And 2, as you can see, you can have one. I don't give a damn. Everybody can have one. I'm assuming you're James, but I don't know. Yeah. It's pretty hard for you not to win, to be honest. If that's the top 4. I shouldn't say hard. That's a misstatement. Like, alright. I'm gonna hold up removal spell because don't care. I will kill anything he plays if given the opportunity. I think Burn is a very bad dog. It's less of a dog game 1. Sorry, less of a dog game 1, but I think it's that bad of a dog game 2 and 3. Oh, whatever, I'm fine. I'm gonna go ahead and kill this because he could have Rishkana. Or, sorry, Rishkar, the elf, whatever. And there's not a draw step in my deck that's not gonna let me play this next turn, so kind of wasting a removal spell that I need versus the Gear Hulk, but we did bring in the 3 artifact removal spells, so I'm not gonna sweat that a whole lot. This card would be cool if we draw lands, but we have some lands. Already showed us a swamp. Got a forest, shows us a forest. He's gonna play something this turn. I grab this thing. I have mostly green cards in my hand, and the double green spell is the spell I'm likely to play first. So we'll go ahead and get the green mana. I'll kill this thing before it has an opportunity to get bigger, because this might be the last turn of the game I can kill it. What surprised you? Sorry. There's a 20-second delay. I don't know what you were saying. Surprises me too. That was a good draw. Offer him to trade if he wants. He doesn't seem to want to trade, so just go ahead and play the Abyss. If it wasn't for Eidolon, I'd call it like a 90-10 match. I literally gave 15% in that statement just because of Eidolon. 15% for one card is a lot. Because you're only like a 55%, maybe a 53%. I'm not too lazy to do the math and don't want to figure out the play and the draw, but like you're a mid 50ish% to even draw Eidolon. And then they probably sideboard him boats, so they have as high as percentage to kill your Eidolon as you do to draw your Eidolon. I don't think they can. I don't think they can lose a game where they get to play Magic if you don't have Eidolon. I guess he's attacking. I guess he's not attacking. Okay. So he can turn his guy into a 5/4, 7/4 with blossoming defense. And my guy can be... I can just pay 3 on my guy. Be big enough to survive your guy. If you don't have blossoming defense, you only have the 5. I can get the 6 and then you can kill my guy. I don't think I care if you kill my guy. I think your guy's better than my guy here. I'm just going to attack with this. I'm going to attack with both. Doesn't have to have blossoming defense. Music off again? This might have been a bad attack. But I definitely want to press the advantage before... I don't want to waste the barrels this early. Okay. Well, you did have it. Well, that was pretty good. Hmm. Okay. Taps out. He's just dead. He did not tap out. Apparently page 3 had a bunch of fake cards. Interesting. Let's see what happens. It's theoretically lethal. Got a second blossoming defense. Well, that's pretty good. So my guy can trade with his guy still. I think that's worth it because this is the last turn it can. Like if he just plays Winding Constrictor and gets a bunch of tokens next turn, I'm screwed, so... I think this is worth it while I can. Both, apparently. He brought expertise in versus me. He and I definitely think we're playing a different game. But it seems like it's going to work out for him. He's now way ahead. I don't even know if I can catch up now. I'm so far behind. Ah, I can't believe I got blown out by expertise. I take a million. Well, let's start drawing, see what happens. Okay. Let's see. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He's got any way to get energy, I'm just dead. Pretty close to dead anyway, so I think it's worth it. Alright, well, he had everything. I have no out. Huh. Hey, it's Rudy. Hello, Rudy. What happened to friend Rudy? This name's so much more aggressive. So very much more aggressive. It might not have been page 3. Let's go look at the link again. Joins the match. Stop readjusting my windows. Thank you, computer. This hand's good enough to keep, but it's nothing special. This hand surprisingly probably doesn't win a lot of matchups. I have a 2 into 3 into 4 though if we get there. Versus Mardu. Probably pretty far behind. Have 8 main deck removal spells though. Going to need to draw some. Oh, playing versus that deck. Definitely far behind then. I have no enchantment or destruction in my sideboard at all. Stockpile rip. It's part 1 of this combo. If I attack, I trade for just the half end of the Anointer. That's Not a very good attack. Probably doesn't get any better from here, though. If he plays the other white enchantment, I'm just going to scoop him up. Move on to game 2. That's not the other white enchantment. That is a good card, but a beatable card. Play the Abyss. Do I have any better attacks now? That thing goes to 5. So I can trade like itself for 2 things now. That's probably still not worth it. Main deck Dusk? Oh. Okay. I'll scoop. I'm not beating Voltron. So I like this thing and all the sweepers in this match. I actually think this card's reasonable in the match, but I think it's not very good overall. Probably doesn't make my deck. I don't like any of the removal spells at all, which is the main reason that I'm bringing this in. Let's run it back and hope it goes a little better. I will do the planes of the first. This hand's good. It's a turn slower than I'd like because of the Sheltered Thicket, but I think the hand overall is good. Last turn. Alright. One way to try to steal games from this deck is just be a lot faster than it. So I want to get the Cub going as quick as possible. I'd like to get both Cubs going. Okay. My hand's not particularly good, so... Hey, that's the Chandra I really want. Well, I got some power on the table. Rip. Goodbye, my long tusk cub friend. You will be missed. Attack first, I guess. Assuming he doesn't have another fatal push because of his ordering. If he has a Dusk and these things die, these things just die. It's not really even a 2-for-1 because of the clue. Obviously don't want to see it, but it's not the end of the world. He's played none of his combo pieces so far, and there's a Chandra in still hand still. I shouldn't say he. I guess that name could be a she. I should say opponent. Rip. That's a cast out. Let's see if we draw anything reasonable. Nope. Oh, they're at 10. I can technically attack for 10 next turn if they don't do anything but play like Anointer Anointing Procession, I don't know what it's called. Forecasting cost a white enchantment. To play anything else that's probably bad for me. Yep, that one's real bad for me. Yeah, that was the best possible draw there. Attack him. Attack Gideon and Exert. Don't need the energy, so I'm going to go ahead and try to put him at 5. So if it's just Dustodon, Chandra would still technically win. If it's just a blocker, Chandra would technically still win. And if it's absolutely nothing, Chandra would still technically win. Wasn't dead on board though, because he could have blocked and went to 7, back to 1, but assuming he didn't have that very many good draws at all then. Let's run it back and hope. Hope for the best. I really need to change my deliverance from my and one of my Manglehorns from my deck to Appetites. I've said that about 5 times on stream over the past 3 days, and I still haven't. Huh. You know the Glory Bringer didn't know he was starving till he tasted you? Sand isn't particularly good. I don't know if I can mulligan it though. Yeah, I don't think I can actually mulligan it, but it's not a very good draw. I respect a man that doesn't waste our time and does that during his step. Because if he doesn't have a Fatal Push, his hand's okay. If he doesn't combo, his hand's okay. His basics are foil, I just noticed. It's actually kind of pretty. Rip. Part 1 of me having sad times. I had the Fatal Push too. Rip. Well, I'm missing land drops is the only reason I'm playing the Whirler Virtuoso here. Normally I would hold up the negate for his 4 drop because I think 4 is the best thing he can play in his deck. But where I did not hit the lands, I think I have to get something out to start doing some kind of pressure because you just do not win a lone game versus them. Again, have to find lands or I'm not going to win anyway. Rip. "13 cards deep and have drawn 2 lands. So running theme. Do not draw lands well. Did that after his draw step, which I'm not sure I like. I guess he can't block. I think he would have played an Anointer if he had it that turn, so I guess I'm going to play around him having Fumigate and Wrath and stuff, but not actually sure how I'll win if I don't just start slamming spells. Alright, he's doing it correctly this time. He knows what my hand is. Missed a point of damage last turn, but I'm not sure it matters very much. More salt going on over here. Sure. Bottom. Land. The servant's kind of a creature. Oh. Cancel. Play my creature. That's free for him. Put on bottom again. He's like profiting a creature a turn right now. Lands? All I want's lands. Alright, well that's something. Huh. Alright. So I should put this in his hand too to make him spend mana. So you have a dude next turn. Hmm. I'm getting nowhere fast doing what I'm doing. Still can't really attack because of this. I guess I just don't play anything? It's getting really close to this thing though. This thing right here is the scary card. Just need to draw an untap land. To be in reasonably decent shape. Not drawing an untapped land is going to put me at 0% to win soon though. Put it on the bottom again. Well, that is an untapped land. Can Westvale next turn and gain 9? I'm not sure Westvale beats me. Can Baral's the turn after he plays Westvale? Yeah, we'll just keep on keeping on then. He does tap all his mana. Okay. Yeah, so he's planning on Westvale. Taps all his mana. If I draw an untapped land, I'll be in great shape. Sure. Huh. Let's keep going down this road. Okay. I don't know if that was the best time for him to make that play. Sure. Let's have something here. Fine with him having him stockpile, I guess. Doesn't do a lot. Yeah, it doesn't do a lot. It does a lot more when he has that card. Alright, well. You were successful, friend. You got my negate. So you go to 17. I have 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And you have one blocker. Put that, and that in your hand. not in great shape now. He needs something to sack the stockpile, so I guess that means he has another. I guess that means he has another Rafa. Oh, that was a great draw. So he's going to get 2 tokens here, and he's going to fumigate. Pretty sure this game would have been extremely over had I just drew lands. As it is, he's in really good shape now. He put on top that time too, which was brutal for me. I don't think I would have put that on top. Rip. That's a pretty good one. So I need to draw one of my sweepers now. I didn't draw a sweeper. Gosh. Okay, well. I just drew nothing for 1,000 turns and he made a comeback and won. 23 cards into my deck too. I guess my only out is seeing if I can hit the Radiant Flames. It's not even an out. It just buys me 1 turn. Oh. Well, today's been miserable. I've lost 5 out of 6 matches. Probably not a favorite versus that match, at least. I've been losing a lot of matches that I'm a favorite versus. That was kind of a brutal game to lose. From about turn 4 on, I would have Bet significant amounts of money that the game was over and I'd won. Push this thing back over here because for some reason it won't stay today. It sounds acceptable, but it's not particularly good. He had the best card in standard, and I'm currently not drawing lands, so it's again frustrating because I probably have more lands in my deck than him. He might be the control list with Censor. Since he got an island, he probably is the control list with Censor. I don't think I care. I think I'm going to run out the Tireless Tracker anyway. Maybe not. Lone Tusk Cub's better versus control, and he's not showed a single red mana yet. Yeah, he's the control list. Well, we got a counterspell for this one. He's got a counterspell for this one. Sure. We'll have to play a spell on this turn because I can't let him just play a draw 4 for or draw 2 for 3. So I have to play into Censor this turn, even though I don't want to. Not Censor. Kind of shuts down most of my offense. Dynavolt Tower. Well, that's probably game main deck. To be honest, it was going to be hard just for me to beat what's in play. That's a glimmer. Assuming he's killing that, yeah. Well, if he's killing that, I'm going to go ahead and get a token and attack for 5. Can't think of many ways to win this game from here. Punished for making a token. Still think making the token's correct. Because it only Alright, another glimmer. Well, if I draw an untapped land, might be able to bring glory. Don't know if it would even matter. Pretty much the worst draw in my deck. There's some percentage chance that he has nothing, but considering he's now 22 cards deep, that's about as unlikely as they come. Oh, he should have cast. I didn't want to cast a Glorybringer last turn because I really thought he was going to play that card, and I don't want to make it easy for him to kill Glorybringer. If he's got the counter spell, I'll scoop. Yeah. Not particularly happy with how that game went, obviously. Don't think that card's good. Do think you guys are good. A couple of ways to kill towers in the deck now. Whoops. I messed up. Messed up. The Deliverance was supposed to be in the deck. That was a mess up. I misclicked when I dragged it. Oh well. No one really watching. Nobody cares. Get a mountain. I forgot to play my land. Yeah, I'm just mentally out of it. Can't believe I just forgot to play my land. You guys should stop watching. This is ridiculously bad. Wow. It's definitely game costing type bad. Sure. But at least I get to play a threat basically every turn for the rest of the game. That's nice. He's gonna get a token off this before I get to even try to kill Chandra because I played bad. The Chandra wouldn't have resolved anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter, but guess it doesn't matter. Been in a lot better shape had I played correctly, though. That's for sure, fam. I made two really bad mistakes. Apparently I can't play Magic when I'm streaming. Glorybringer. Okay. That was great for me. Is he going to exert? No, he didn't exert. I got value out of a card I didn't expect to get value out of. Not entirely unhappy about that. Now he needs 2 spells to deal off the Hydra. The Hydra almost has enough energy to even beat a Gearhulk in combat. Four, 5. That's a Jace. That's pretty good. Well, that was good for me that he ticked it up. Because now my Hydra survives his Jace, or something of the similars. He put on top of the library there, so whatever it was, he thinks it's good. And I'm not saying that it's not good. I don't know. I'll play my Hydra. Attack Jace. Let's see what he's got. Playing the Lone Tuska probably didn't do anything. Probably a mistake. Well, he's tapping mana pre-combat again. Every time he taps mana pre-combat, that's very good for me. The Dynavolt Tower, which at the moment doesn't do anything, but I'm sure will in half a second. He's got 4 cards, so he can probably kill the Lone Tusk. I'm just gonna play everything this turn. Play a tracker. Play a Lone Tusk Cove. Don't care if he gets to waste an activation on that. Just putting a lot of things out on the board for him to deal with at once. Technically lethal if he doesn't have a Harness Lightning. I'm not going to go for it. My draw has been absolutely busted, he said. I cast one Bristling Hydra and it pretty much won the game because he didn't have a Gearhulk. Well, you saw this one. Alright, well, you get your counters and you're targeting that guy. Alright, well, that guy can die. It's not impossible, but it's hard for him to kill X4s. So I guess he's got Swelter. Alright, well, I can beat Swelter. He's gotta have Swelter and something to beat the Glorybringer. If I had just, if I'd done the 2 to prevent the 3 damage, he could have just had Gearhulk. Well, he showed me that little dragon thingy. So I'm going to add one more of these to the deck and cut out one of these on the draw. I'm not going to bring into Dissonance, even though I wanted it for game 2 on the play. I don't really want it as much on the draw. Well, this hand's about as good as my hand can get. All depends on what type of reactive spells he has. Rogue Refiner's the second best card in my deck after Attune, though, so. If he sweeps those up with sweepers and stuff, they at least return a card. Not having one of the 7/2 drops or one of the 4/1 drops, kind of poopy, but happens. If he's got sensors, he's got sensors. I'm just not going to play around anything, especially when I don't have another land drop in my hand. Again, I play more lands than almost all of these decks, so it's actually slightly aggravating when I miss my land drops. I'll play around Sensor now. I'm just casting Rogue Refiners on the next 2 turns. There's very little that would alter that for me. Really like this song. He has a draw 4, which is unfortunate. Draw 2. I always say draw 4 because it's a scry 2 and draw 2. Kind of feels like it's a draw 4. He did put on top bottom though. Sideboarding this in when you kept your Swelders in is just peculiar to me as well. Okay. Now's the stage of the game where I get real sad because Gearhulks are probably online. Untap land would be great again. That is not an untapped land. But it is enough to get me to do this pre-combat. If he Gearhulks it, I can kill the Gearhulk. Kind of want him to Gearhulk it. I would rather him Gearhulk this than Gearhulk that. Guess he has a Swelder? Not sure. Oh, he's got a harness. That's the same thing. Yeah. The last card I want to try to resolve is the Bristling Hydra. Bristling Hydra can just win a game. Well, that's really far from attacking or blocking, but it's still a very cool card. Probably actually going to try to cast the Bristling Hydra this turn. Despite everything I just said. For the simple fact that I didn't draw a land yet again. He may not have a counterspell. I assume he has a counterspell, but whatever. When he takes that other 3 there, the Chandra becomes a better card to resolve anyway. It's going to draw a card in the main phase. Tap 5. Glorybringer. Okay, that's a Glorybringer. He exerted it, so I don't have to worry about it for a turn. Which means I'm just going to play my own Glorybringer. He can get the 7 cards with his Kifnet pretty easily. So he needs an untapped land? I guess he's not getting to Kifnet this turn. Which means he can't kill my Glorybringer and counter my other Glorybringer. So depending on what's in his hand, this could be game. Says seems fair. Like my Glorybringers didn't even do anything. He could have just put 2 lands in his hand and drew 2 cards that turn up to 7. And had a blocker for the rest of the game that I can't deal with. And that's why you don't steal decks like Adrian Sullivan's deck. Because unless you're Adrian Sullivan or like Shireen Sharani, you're not going to play it well. Yeah, I'm a guy who's not played a land drop on turn 2 and F6 through a Chandra, so I'm all about telling people that they're not playing well. Well, that's kind of unfortunate. I won that round, so I have to play more. I was kind of hoping to lose and be done. So far away, can't read. Can't can't drop a modern. I did not plan on moddering it. Moddering? That sounds weird. Did not plan on playing modern? That sounds better. Do 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 do. Oh, that reminds me, Sean. I need to trade you back your deck. They banned the hell out of it, so I guess it's time for you to get your cards back. Are you online? Of course you're not online. Why would you be online when I want to trade you things? Why would you ever be online when I wanted to trade you things? I even already put them in a binder for you. I think that's how I have yours. I think that's everything. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's time for the next round, so. Moto's still pushing this crap out of my way. If anybody's wanting to see the deck list I'm playing, they can just tap deck list. It should work. Hey, it does work. I am a genius, and by I am a genius, Corey showed me how to do that. Because Corey is the best. This hand's ranges somewhere between really good and great. Caleb's got almost 2K. MJ's got about 250. Hey, Oliver's on. Oliver Tomishko, rather. I can't pronounce things. So whatevs. Alright, I got to press F6. The thing got better, I guess. A mirror. I kind of like my mirrors. The mirrors is typically about who draws more lands, though, and which is one of the reasons I play a land, one more land in these matches. I think Storm beats the bejesus out of it. Ooh, he's playing that version of it. That version of it's kind of sweet. I tried it on stream and didn't have much luck, but I like it. Not crazy. It's that game's a nearby, Storm smashes burn. I have another burn spell? Alright, another burn spell. Come on, untapped land of any kind. If we don't draw an untapped land, the game is definitely in very rough shape. Wonder how many times I've said that. That being is, I probably need an untapped land next turn too. Well, I have one more land than most builds. Alright, I'll block. Okay. Doesn't change anything. You have another clue and a blossoming defense? Because, like, I'm not spending energy. I'm just trying to stop you from being able to cast the merge spells. Well, not good shape. Have to have a land. Okay. Untap land? That's still not an untap land. Well, he didn't block, so I guess he hit. Play this one then, see if we can hit a land. I'm assuming he has the Elder Deep Fiend over the next couple of turns is why he didn't block, but we'll see. Because he was certainly happy to block last turn just to try to make me spend energy. Oh, grapple. Grapple gets back nothing that matters, just a tireless tracker and or a land. Traverse. So you got a tireless tracker and you got a traverse. And that was a traverse without delirium, but he'll have spiders for delirium next turn. What? He doesn't have double blue. Hopefully he doesn't have a third Harness Lightning. This is all sorts of lethal if he doesn't have another removal spell. K return. Okay. Let's save this one, I guess. 4811. So this is not lethal anymore, but so 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's good enough, I think. I'm gonna put him at 14. That way Chandra's are lethal if I draw them. And the cut's lethal by itself. So this should be able to win a game from here. Probably. Alright. Ishkana. Wee. So untapped land and we win. Chandra and we win. Untapped land and Chandra are the two wins, yeah. Okay. A pretty good chance he had an untapped land. It's not an untapped land. Oh, we can get this thing big enough to survive that thing now. Just randomly cutting a random spell to get cut in my graveyard. Sure. Pump this guy up. I assume they're going to be doing some Elder Deep Fiend stuff over the next couple turns. That's fine. That sucks that he had a grapple yet. Had 8 outs. No, sorry, 10 outs that turn though. Wow, I played bad. I shouldn't have pumped that up. Now I can't use ribbons because I'm an idiot. That was another play mistake. Today we're playing a game of how bad can Ray play. Playing a classic game today of how bad can Ray play. What? What? Why didn't he grapple back to Ishkana? Does he also not realize that I can't cast a ribbon? What? Okay, it didn't matter. Wow! Me and my opponent are both inbred. Yeah, I said inbred. I don't remember if his deck has servants in it or not. I don't remember if he has servants or not. If he has servants, I want these. If he doesn't, I don't. I just don't remember what's in their deck. This hand's not keepable at all. This hand's keepable, but probably can't win with it. It's another one of those matches where I feel like I have to just be exceedingly fast if I want to win. Probably a good reason not to take servants out, but he's also a K return deck. Oh, so he is playing servants. Rip. Still had 8 removal spells for it, though. Still did anything of his mana, so. Tap 5 mana, and just play Glorybringer. That's pretty good. That was a play mistake. I should have played the Rogue Refiner prior to see if I had a Kaladesh land, but I gotta be honest, I'm not remotely focused right now. And that's not a good excuse. That's actually a pretty piss poor excuse, friends. Well, I guess put the random land in his hand. I guess he'll probably take the one you can cycle. Yeah. And put that one in his graveyard. That one in his graveyard. He's not really doing anything with his mana, so don't want him to emerge. How do we beat all those Boggle decks? All one of them? Just play literally any deck I sent you on that list a while ago? Alright, you got it. Just play any single deck that I sent on that list earlier. Well, that's not Ishkana. That's just a land. What do we say about just a land? We say, hi. I gotta be honest, I don't even know what list I sent you. Oh, you had that too? Rip. Makes me a little sad. Gotta be honest, Sean, I don't even remember what I sent you. What did I send you without looking? Sent you a smallpox deck, which is self-explanatory. Confiscation coup. Okay, buddy. You got him. Is that a good spell? If so, why? May I attack? I can't attack. Nice. Karate chop. Let's save my harness lightning because there's. I'm not going to save my harness lightning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'm just not going to save my harness lightning. I couldn't make my guy survive a K return anyway, so I'm just going to push damage. Because my guy's probably not surviving past this turn. What on God's earth did I say? Oh, I remember what I said. I know I sent you. I sent you a combo deck, a control deck, and a with sweepers and another deck. Don't have it. Still have outs, even if he does have it. Alright, well, he let me attack. Sweet. Yeah, but you countered Umbra. You cast Gideon. It's, I don't know. You just counter stuff. Oh shit! I still can't drop. All right, let's try to play a pity chest, boys. Incoming pity chesterini. The Immune Sac. I don't even know what that is. I have no idea what you're saying. The Blessed Alliance card? Is that even in my list? I doubt that's in my list. That can't be in my list. That sounds miserable. I'm going to keep this hand. I have 2 early removal spells. That's good versus so many decks. Now all I gotta do is get the Glory Bringers, and then I'll bring Glory. You just win on turn 4. Tell them to eat it. Just kill them on turn 4, nothing special. If he's got a Bristling Hydra, I am not winning this game. Don't you have it? Oh, he didn't have it. Nice. Still surprised he fought 35 minutes about playing a 4-drop. Well, what do you got, buddy? That's a tireless tracker. Alright. Tireless tracker, I choose you. Get got. Oh, he sacked a clue? Wow. I guess he's got the old harness lightning then. Right on time, serving a conduit. You're exactly what we wanted on this turn of the game. Unplayable piece of shit. Sure. I would die to a Chandra Ultimate. Yay! He did that play twice. He's got another one. Of course. Well, I like Magma Sprays in this match. I like Boat in this match. I do not like Servants in this match. I do not like any of the artifact. I do not like the negates. These cards are all possibles. This card's okay, but it's not great. This card is okay, but it's not great. Gunner's been experimenting with this card, which makes me also want to experiment with this card, but typically I've thought it's, again, not been great. Verlo Virtuoso, I think, is not great. So we're just going to try to play a little bit bigger. But I like to play first. Yeah, I guess I will. Oh, cool. Another unplayable hand. This hand's a keep. This is not the type of hand that wins. I have to keep it. I don't even want it, but I have to keep it. He drew the tune and got a forest, so he's probably got a Hydra in hand. Oh, fuck. I misclicked and lost a point of energy. That was another misclick. That was a game-costing misclick, probably. Because now I'm not going to be able to cast my Chandra next turn unless I draw well. Rip. That was so very bad, and it was an actual misclick. I tilted if I have to play these 2 more rounds and then die to that. Probably pretty good shape if I draw an untapped red source. I may not be, though. Possible to tell. So I'll go ahead and trade my Tireless Tracker because of my player. I would have not have made that trade had I not made my player. I have 2 cards in hand to his 6. 7 with the clue. Game's just over because of another misclick. I'd be in pretty good shape right now if it wasn't for the misclick. It's frustrating to lose like that. I don't know why he's pausing so long. So now neither of my Chandras even do anything and I don't have energy. So I have to hope to get a Baral's expertise plus other things. I'm just not going to block. Pray that I can somehow get energy off this thing. Cannot just get energy off this thing. Alright, well, I played absolutely horrible tonight. This Chandra would have probably stole this game pretty easily had I not made play errors. But whatever. That's going to be it for me. Sorry I played miserable. I made 2 game costing misclicks tonight. Well, that might not have been game costing, but the other one was I missed lethal on board with a misclick. Whatever. Talk to you guys later. Follow or something. Go follow my Twitter. Blah, 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 blah. I wouldn't follow me. I played too damn bad to follow me. Is there even anybody in here? If there's anybody in here, I'll friggin' host somebody. If there's not anybody in here, I won't. There is, in fact, people in here, so I guess I have to host somebody. Just because that's the type of things people do. Okay. Well, let's see if this works. Host. Darkest Mage. Since he is literally the only person that I would watch. Sorry about being bad, guys. Wait, did Darkest Mage go offline? Oh hell, there's nobody I want to host then. I guess I'll go host Jody Keefe. He plays some kind of cool decks. Anyway, goodbye, people.